Do you believe that something as tiny as chia seeds could actually change your skin, your digestion, your heart, and even your mood? Every single day? Sounds exaggerated, right? Just a few tiny black seeds, smaller than a pinhead. No flashy color, no special flavor. And yet, ancient warriors once carried them as survival fuel on journeys stretching hundreds of miles. Today, scientists call it a silent superfood because its real power doesn't lie in its appearance, but in what's hidden inside. In this video, you and I will explore why just one spoonful of chia seeds a day can improve your gut, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, and even your skin. The dangerous misconceptions about chia that no one talks about. And finally, how to turn this small habit into a powerful step towards sustainable health. No medications or extreme diets required. I don't just want to tell you the benefits. I want to take you on a journey through stories, studies, and small lessons from people who changed their lives with a seed they once ignored in the back of their kitchen drawer. Are you ready? Let this tiny seed take us on a journey, not just toward healthy eating, but toward a deeper understanding of our bodies, our choices, and what we truly believe in. 1. The super seed nobody told you about long ago in Central America. When Aztec warriors prepared for grueling battles under the blazing sun, they didn't carry medicine or rations. They carried chia seeds. Just a small handful in a leather pouch was enough to keep them going, prevent fatigue, and help them recover. Sounds like legend? Maybe. But modern science agrees. The truth isn't far off. One spoonful of chia, more than you think. In just 2 tablespoons, chia seeds offer more omega-3s than a fillet of salmon, more calcium than a glass of milk, and more antioxidants than blueberries. Once crowned the king of anti-aging fruits. All packed into a seed no bigger than a grain of sand. No sugar, no additives, no fancy preparation. Just soak them in water and let your body absorb the quiet power of nature. Lisa's story, the woman who used to laugh at this thing. Lisa, a mom of 2 in Colorado, once called chia just another influencer fad. Until her doctor warned her about high cholesterol and prediabetes at age 39. She didn't change her whole diet. She started with one small thing: drinking a glass of lemon water with chia seeds every morning. 3 months later, something shifted. She craved less sugar, slept better. Her skin brightened, but most importantly, her blood markers improved. Sometimes, you don't need to change the world to change yourself. You just need to start with one tiny seed and a little patience. So, what gives chia this power to rebuild health from the inside out? Let's start with the most fundamental system, your gut, where immunity, mood, and daily energy all begin. Next up, gut health reboot. How chia seeds heal from the inside out. 2. Gut health reboot. How chia seeds heal from the inside out. True healing begins in your belly. If there's any place in your body that acts like a second brain, it's your gut. You might not realize it, but feelings like anxiety, irritability, even inspiration can all begin in your digestive system. Chia and fiber, a natural miracle. Just 1 ounce of chia, about 2 tablespoons, contains nearly 10 grams of soluble fiber. But this fiber doesn't just pass through, it acts like a smart sponge. When mixed with water, chia forms a soft gel-like coating, like a gentle lubricant for your intestinal walls. It softens stool, eases constipation, and slows digestion, allowing your body to absorb nutrients more evenly and effectively. But here's the magic. That same gel feeds billions of friendly gut bacteria, the tiny residents responsible for immunity, metabolism, and even your emotional health. James's story. My belly saved my whole life. James, an IT worker in Chicago, said he struggled with bloating, gas, and chronic constipation for 5 years. Medication barely helped. Food became his enemy. Then one day, he read that gut health affects not just digestion, but emotion. So he tried one simple change. A glass of chia water soaked overnight, every morning before breakfast. 2 weeks in, his bathroom routine became regular. 1 month later, his belly felt lighter. But what shocked him most was this: I stopped feeling emotionally drained after every meal. Small lesson: to heal the mind sometimes, you have to start with the gut. Now that your digestive system is healing, let's move to the central engine of your body, your heart. Coming up, heart armor in a spoon, chia seeds and cardiovascular health. 3. Stabilize your blood sugar without giving up carbs. Have you ever experienced this? You eat toast with jam in the morning, feel energized. But by 10 a.m., your brain fogs, your hands slow down, and your eyes beg for caffeine. It's not laziness. It's a blood sugar crash, quietly disrupting your energy day after day. How chia slows the blood sugar roller coaster. High-carb foods, like white bread, rice, cereal, are absorbed quickly, spiking your blood sugar. Then insulin kicks in, and your sugar plummets, leaving you tired, hungry, and moody. Enter chia seeds. Thanks to their soluble fiber, they form a gel around starches, slowing down sugar absorption into the bloodstream. In fact, a study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adding chia to white bread reduced its glycemic response by nearly 40%. So you can still enjoy the foods you love, without the crash that follows. Carla's story: My Smart Toast. Carla, a school teacher in Texas, loved her morning toast, but often felt dizzy and snack hungry by mid-morning. She tried keto, but couldn't give up carbs. Then a friend told her about hacking breakfast with chia. Now, each morning she prepares whole grain toast, sprinkles soaked chia on top, then adds peanut butter and banana slices. Her result? For the first time in years, I made it through my entire morning class without crashing. Small lesson: you don't have to quit carbs to feel well. You just need to befriend fiber, and chia might be your best ally. Now that your blood sugar is stable and your energy no longer crashes midday, it's time to focus on the organ that powers it all, your heart. Next, heart armor in a spoon, chia seeds and cardiovascular health. 4. Heart armor in a spoon, chia and cardiovascular health. The quiet shield your heart didn't ask for, but truly needs. There's something strange we often forget. The heart doesn't scream when it's tired. Unlike a sore back or a growling stomach, the heart carries everything in silence until it can't anymore. And that's why protecting your heart should begin with the smallest of actions, like a single spoonful of chia seeds. Chia and plant-based omega-3s. A gentle ally for the heart, chia seeds are one of the richest plant sources of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a type of omega-3 with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. ALA can lower blood pressure in those at risk, improve cholesterol by reducing LDL bad and raising HDL good, and reduce vascular inflammation, a silent contributor to heart attacks and strokes. According to the Cleveland Clinic, a diet rich in ALA, like that from chia, can lower cardiovascular risks overall, thanks not only to the healthy fats, but also to fiber, antioxidants, and magnesium packed into each tiny seed. Walter's story: a spoonful of chia in a glass of orange juice. Walter Sisseven lives in Florida. After a routine checkup, his doctor told him he needed to lower cholesterol and manage blood pressure, or start lifelong medication. Walter wasn't fond of pills, and he didn't like fish. But his granddaughter, a nutrition student, gave him a simple tip. Each morning, just stir 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into orange juice, let it sit for 10 minutes, then drink. That's all. After 3 months, his cholesterol improved, his heartbeat steadied, and blood pressure stabilized. And his favorite part? I didn't have to give up my American-style breakfast. Small lesson: you don't need to change everything to start living healthier. You just need to change one thing at the right time. And if the heart is your body's center of circulation, then hunger hormones are the silent conductors of your eating behavior. Up next, chia and weight loss, the silent appetite suppressor. 5. Chia and weight loss, the silent appetite suppressor. The whisper that keeps you from reaching for that third cookie. Have you ever walked into the kitchen for just one snack and walked out with 3 cookies, 2 chocolate bars, and a big scoop of guilt? You're not alone, because hunger isn't just about an empty stomach. It's about hormones, stress, habits, and sometimes emotional emptiness that we try to fill with food. But what if something could gently help you feel full, without effort, without stimulants? That something is Chia. How Chia whispers to hunger hormones. When soaked in water, chia seeds expand up to 10 to 12 times their size, forming a soft gel in your stomach. That gel doesn't just fill space, it impacts ghrelin, the hormone that tells your brain I'm hungry, even when you're not. Chia also contains plant-based protein, enough to stimulate leptin, the hormone that signals we're full. And best of all, no caffeine, no crash, no willpower battle. Melissa's story. I wasn't eating for hunger anymore. Melissa, 33, works in a creative field. She shared, I didn't eat because I was hungry. I ate because I was tired, anxious, lonely. Her weight gradually spun out of control, and so did her confidence. One day, she read that chia can help regulate appetite naturally. She tried something simple, chia pudding with almond milk and banana slices for her afternoon snack. 2 weeks in, something shifted. She no longer reached for snacks every 2 hours. And for the first time in months, she felt like she was in control again. Not her cravings. Small lesson. Losing weight doesn't have to be a struggle. Sometimes, all it takes is listening to your body, supporting it gently, and choosing the right companion. Like chia. Weight is one part of health, but it's not the whole picture. Beneath the muscles and the fat, there's a foundation that supports it all. Your bones and teeth. And you might be surprised to learn that chia seeds can replace milk in building a strong skeleton. Next, bones, teeth, and beyond. What dairy won't tell you, 6. Bones, teeth, and beyond. What dairy won't tell you. Build your frame strong, without touching a drop of milk. When we were kids, how many times did we hear, finish your milk, it'll make your bones strong? We didn't argue. Milk was the gold standard for building bones and teeth. But now we understand. Calcium doesn't only come from milk. And more importantly, what matters isn't how much calcium you consume, but how much your body can actually use. Chia seeds. Not just calcium, but the whole crew. In just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, you get nearly 20% of your daily recommended calcium, along with magnesium, zinc, phosphorus, and especially boron. A mineral that boosts calcium absorption and makes your bones stronger from the inside out. If calcium is the cement, then magnesium and phosphorus are the scaffolding, and boron, the silent architect behind the scenes. And unlike many calcium supplements, chia doesn't cause constipation, doesn't burden your kidneys, and doesn't overwhelm your system. Margaret's story. Skipping dairy, staying strong. Margaret, 56, lives in Oregon. She's been vegan for over a decade. No dairy, no milk. During a checkup, her doctor warned, you should add more calcium to prevent osteoporosis. But instead of pills, Margaret chose a simpler path. A daily breakfast of chia pudding with nut milk and fruit. 1 year later, her bone density remained stable. Her teeth? Still strong. She smiled and said, looks like my bones don't need cow's milk, after all. Small lesson. Caring for your bones doesn't have to follow old habits. What matters is knowing what your body truly needs and choosing sources that nourish it naturally. We've explored the inside, bones, heart, hormones, but what about what everyone sees and touches every day? Your skin, your hair. Chia doesn't just make you healthy, it helps you look healthy from the inside out. Coming up, natural glow, skin, hair, and anti-aging from within. 7. Natural glow, skin, hair, and anti-aging from within. Real beauty starts from within. There's something many of us have experienced but rarely noticed. When you start eating better, your skin begins to glow. It's not because of an expensive serum, it's because something inside you begins to shift. And in the journey of skincare, there's one tiny seed doing what most serums only promise: anti-aging from the inside out. Antioxidants, an invisible shield for your skin and hair. Chia seeds are loaded with antioxidants, compounds that neutralize free radicals, the culprits behind wrinkles, dull skin, brittle hair, and overall aging. According to studies, chia even has a higher antioxidant score than blueberries, once considered the gold standard of beauty foods. But that's not all. Chia also provides omega-3s, which keep your skin's structure flexible and hydrated, protein and zinc, which support the regeneration of skin and hair cells, magnesium, which reduces stress, and in turn, improves stress-induced skin problems. Jenna's story, from breakouts to bright skin with a morning ritual. Jenna, 29, had been struggling with hormonal acne and dull skin for years. She had tried every cream, cheap and luxurious, but nothing lasted. Then a nutritionist told her, "Skincare doesn't begin in the bathroom, it begins in the kitchen." Jenna started drinking a glass of chia water with lemon and honey each morning. 6 weeks later, friends started asking what high-end skincare she was using. She smiled and held up her little jar of chia water. Small lesson: beauty doesn't have to shout. Sometimes, quiet nourishment from the inside is what makes you shine the most. Now you understand why chia seeds are called a complete health companion. But here's what makes them truly special. They don't just help you look and feel good. They fuel your life with energy and focus that lasts. Next up, fuel like an athlete, energy, focus, and endurance. 8. Fuel like an athlete, energy, focus, and endurance. You don't need to be an athlete to fuel like one. There are mornings when you wake up and just don't want to do anything. Not because you're lazy, but because your body feels out of charge, even after a full night's sleep. We often think energy comes from caffeine or sugar, but what spikes fast also crashes fast. What we need is steady, lasting energy that doesn't come with a price. Chia seeds, a compact biological battery. Chia combines healthy fats, fiber, and protein. 3 key components that help your body absorb energy slowly and sustainably. Omega-3s support brain circulation, improving focus. Fiber keeps you feeling full and avoids the afternoon slump. And thanks to their high water retention, chia seeds also keep your cells hydrated, a critical factor for those who feel tired from subtle dehydration. Dylan's story: no gym, but still needs stamina. Dylan, 37, is an architectural designer working long hours. He's not an athlete, but every day feels like a deadline marathon. He used to drink 2 coffees in the morning, plus an energy drink in the afternoon. Until he started feeling unusually tired, jittery, and had trouble sleeping. His wife suggested a small change. Instead of coffee on an empty stomach, try a chia smoothie with banana and peanut butter. 1 week in, Dylan felt clearer, more focused, and didn't need as much caffeine anymore. He laughed and said, "Turns out I don't need to run marathons to benefit from this. A day with 6 meetings is a race too." Small lesson: you don't need to be an athlete to fuel your body like one. Just listen to it, choose smarter fuel, and start small. And if you want to get the most out of chia seeds, there's one thing you must understand: how you prepare them. Raw isn't always better. There's a simple method to activate their full power and avoid some common discomforts. Next, the truth about soaking. Raw versus soaked chia. 9. The truth about soaking. Raw versus soaked. Chia. To soak or not to soak, that's not just preference, it's impact. One of the most common questions about chia seeds is, can I eat them raw or do I have to soak them? The answer isn't simply yes or no, it's more like, what result do you want from these tiny seeds? Why soaking chia matters. Chia seeds have a fibrous outer layer that forms a smooth, gel-like coating when exposed to water. If you eat them dry and don't drink enough water, they may absorb moisture from your gut instead, leading to bloating, indigestion, or constipation. But when soaked properly, chia becomes easier to digest, enzyme activated and softened, improving nutrient absorption, and safer to swallow, especially for older adults and children. Some studies even show soaking helps reduce phytates, compounds that block mineral absorption in many plant foods. Brian's story. I hated chia because I ate it wrong. Brian, 42, works in an office in Seattle. The first time he tried chia, he sprinkled it dry over yogurt and ate it right away. 30 minutes later, his stomach felt off. Bloating, discomfort, and a rough day followed. He concluded, chia is just overhyped. But months later, at a wellness seminar, he was offered a spoon of overnight chia pudding. It tasted great, and more importantly, no bloating. From that point on, he started soaking chia with nut milks, juices, and even detox waters. It became his favorite morning habit. Small lesson: just because something didn't work before doesn't mean it never will. Sometimes, all it takes is a different approach to unlock a different outcome. Now you've learned how to get the most out of chia seeds, from digestion to skin, from focus to hormones. But here's the final question. Is chia right for you? And if you're just getting started, how do you begin without overwhelming your body? Final chapter. Is it right for you? Cautions, tistin points, and how to start right. 10. Is it right for you? Cautions, tips, and how to start right. You don't need more. You just need the right start. After hearing all the amazing benefits of chia seeds, you might think, I should start today and take as much as I can. But like everything in health, what's great for others might not be perfect for you. A few important cautions. Chia seeds are safe for most people, but you should be cautious if you take blood-thinning medications or have clotting disorders, because chia's high omega-3 content may have a mild anticoagulant effect. You have a sensitive digestive system or tend to bloat easily. Make sure to soak chia thoroughly and start with small amounts. And most importantly, stay hydrated, especially if consuming chia dry. If you're new, start like this. Day 1. 1 teaspoon of chia soaked in 200 ml, about 7 oz water. Drink it in the morning or before a meal. After 3 to 5 days, increase to 1 tablespoon if your body responds well. Following weeks, try mixing chia into smoothies, oatmeal, salads, or pudding. Always remember, don't force it. Let your body adjust, like meeting a new friend. Lila's story, the 1-minute habit that changed her lifestyle. Lila, a 41-year-old single mom, once said, "Between work and my kids, I don't have time to be healthy." But one morning, she tried making chia lemon water. It took exactly 1 minute. And that light fullness lasted until lunch, helping her crave fewer snacks, feel more alert, and even lose a few pounds in 2 months. She said, "It's the one thing I kept doing all winter, and it made me feel like I was finally taking care of myself, no matter how busy life got." Final lesson. You don't have to do everything. You just need to start with one small change, consistently, and with care. Recap. 10. Amazing things that happen when you eat chia. Daily. Better digestion, balanced blood sugar. A healthier heart, appetite, control, and weight support. Stronger bones and teeth. Glowing skin and healthy hair. Lasting energy. Improved focus. Better nutrient absorption. A simple habit for sustainable health. Call to action. It's time to challenge yourself. If you've ever thought, I'm not disciplined enough to live healthy, then just start with 1 tablespoon of chia each morning for 7 days. No pressure, no guilt, just one small act for yourself. And if you've already tried it, share your story in the comments below. Who knows? Your journey might inspire someone else who's waiting for the courage to begin.